Hi, my name is Elizabeth Blosfield. I'm the Deputy Editor for Carrier Management, and I'm here at ITC in Las Vegas talking to insurers about the conference's theme, Wonderland of Possibilities, and what they see ahead for the future of insurance. I'm glad to be talking to you because we're talking a lot about emerging technology at this conference with these interviews, and I know you just had a big acquisition of, is it Cytora? Is that how you pronounce it? Yeah, so could you talk about how that was the right fit for Applied's vision and how that all sort of came together?
Sure. So at Applied, we constantly think about where we can streamline or improve the effectiveness and efficiency of processes that are pretty much ubiquitous across what we call the digital round trip of insuring. So this is everything that happens from the inception of a policy to how that policy is serviced to all the financial management that occurs with the agency and then with the interactions between the agency to carriers. So really that full life cycle. And as we thought about this, we constantly on the lookout for what we think to be a technology that we could integrate pretty effectively, but that would also accelerate how we introduce solutions around that digital round trip. So if you think about what Cytora built, he built a really elegant platform to produce what they call and what we call decision-ready risk. And the idea there was if they could build a technology that consumes information in all of its forms, pulls it together into the form that's required to advance the process, in this case, the submission process, then everybody wins, right? Yeah. Distributors are able to get that information to the carriers faster. Carriers are able to bring that information into their systems more effectively so that the underwriters can get going. And we have been focused on trying to improve that part of the digital round trip, the point between when somebody within an agency wants to start to develop new business to the point when an underwriter is ready to do their job, which is to adjudicate that risk. And so as we were looking at that, we thought about the problems, a problem around data ingestion, a problem around prepping data, packaging data, communicating it. And so the more we thought about it, the more we looked at it, Cytora really filled that gap in terms of managing data, producing decision-ready data packets, if you want to call it that. And so the more we thought about it, we thought, wow, this could really accelerate what we're trying to do in terms of advancing our solution set in that space. So it's sort of a really natural fit.
Yeah, that's great. And it sounds like exciting work that you're doing, together with them as part of your family. And I'm curious kind of overall, so you talked about how that work will accelerate the work you're doing with generative AI, but how do you see AI transforming insurance as a whole in the next couple of years?
Okay.
It's a big question.
It's interesting. I was reading LinkedIn on the flight over today, and there was a post that talked about all the various changes in the industry over the last 10 years. So think about the first ITC was back in 2015, where we are 10 years. And most of the stats in that post were related to sort of the economics of the industry. So overall total premium, the distribution of that premium around the various aspects of the industry, some aspects about new technology that was coming in. And so it's a question of, what role does AI play in all of this? And I think to some degree, it has been transformative. I think if you go back, we talk about older AI, which is machine learning and deep learning, that advanced predictive science. And so I think that really helped mostly on the carrier side of the industry, like you have the accuracy of how they navigated risk. And that's great because they can be more diligent, more selective, but also have more confidence in the decisions they're making, especially if they want to advance into new markets or expand. And that's always good because we know there's a huge protection gap. I think this form of AI that we have now, generative AI and agentic AI, I think there's greater potential because it really advances how you can automate, digitize, and streamline workflows. Anywhere where somebody has to work or massage or manipulate data, AI can really, advance that or bring a solution. Anywhere where I want to create a form, I want to create a proposal, I want to create an email. All of that can be done very, very quickly, efficiently, and it can be done in the context of whatever transaction or workflow there you go. So I think we can see the potential for transformation in terms of how business gets done in the industries. I think there's still an open question of whether that's going to change things like the underlying product. Is AI and agentic AI going to radically expand how we use parametric products? I think the jury's out. We don't know how that's going to happen. But certainly with agentic AI, generative AI, you can see in terms of how the industry functions, I do think we'll see pretty rapid advancement and just some degree of transformation.
Yeah, it's exciting to think about what's ahead for insurance and, for Applied in particular, what's ahead for you and what are your goals, I guess, over the next couple of years?
Wow. We have a lot of goals, right? We are very aspirational in terms of how we believe we can bring a variety of different solutions to really, again, affect and improve the digital round trip. We're going to continue to look at that and select where we want to introduce the next innovation and next solution. That can be everything from additional insights focused products to help people make better decisions using all the data they have access to. It can be continuing to really push on this notion of simplifying workflows. And so when individuals working within our tools and our solutions are doing what they do, they can advance to where they're applying their judgment versus having to do sort of more rote work around data manipulation or looking for information like that. So really, we'll, on a consistent basis, continue to look to see where would you be next sort of targeting. Again, help somebody, whether it's in the back office for the finance team, whether it's with the producers and account managers that are in the field, or whether it's with the carriers who are trying to manage their business and grow profitably. But in every case, it would be where can we find something that is really either totally dysfunctional or just inefficient, where we can unlock the value. And our ambition is bring more solutions to market that make carriers improve their ability to bring new products to market, to take products that they already have and expand to new markets, and to help those agencies that we work with day in and day out grow.
We have a couple of fun Alice in Wonderland themed questions. So the first one is, which character do you identify with in insurance? Alice for her curiosity, the White Rabbit for speed, or the Cheshire Cat for strategy?
I think me personally, I'm a little bit more of an Alice character, but I've always been curious about this industry. I came into it about 12 years ago, really not knowing much about, other than I was a consumer of basic internet products. And spending time in it over the last more than a decade, it's been interesting to learn it, but I tended to gravitate towards interesting pockets, so whether that's knowing and working with people that focus on bringing telematics or looking at how autonomous vehicles are going to evolve and what's needed from an insurance perspective there. And then I think just generally, what's the next evolution of product? Because we know that some of the existing products really aren't good fits anymore, given how risk has really evolved. So it's really fun to sort of explore that.
Yeah, I love that answer. It fits right into your business strategy at Applied. And then the last question is just, if you had a magic key to unlock one challenge in insurance, which door would it open?
I think it would be how to find ways to bring more insurance products. And this is going to sound a little bit businessy, I guess. But bring more insurance products to more people. And the reason I say that is there's this huge protection around, whether it's pet owners who don't have pet insurance that can really benefit from that, or whether it's bringing new types of products that are better fits for heavily exposed areas. If we take our property, I hope to see that happen more. And this goes back to my earlier answer. I don't think it really cracks this notion of how do we bring the next generation product that allows us to sort of go into new spaces and say, hey, we've got something that will protect, whether it's a business or a person, whatever might happen that is unexpected or unwanted.
Yeah, that's a great answer too, and goes back to what you were saying at the end about problem solving at Applied.
The second annual Risky Future Summit is available on demand. The go-to virtual event built for today's risk managers. This virtual summit will include expert discussion on transportation, commercial auto, climate change, cybersecurity, nuclear verdicts, and more. Unlock your potential with lessons from the best in the business. This exclusive event is hosted by Elizabeth Blosfield, Chad Hemingway, Andrea Wells, Alan Lehman, and Ezra Amaker. Visit riskyfuture.com to view the on-demand videos.
In Insurance professionals work hard every day to keep people safe, but as technology transforms the industry, how can insurers protect not only their clients, but also shield themselves from ever-changing cyber risks? My name's Elizabeth Blosfield, and I'm the host of the Insuring Cyber podcast, a monthly look into how the world of cyber and the business of insurance are connected.